Hi, I'm Joe. Um, I live in Stafford, but work in Birmingham, so I tend to go to the Solihull swim squad sessions. Um, I've got a family, a wife and two children, a daughter who's 9 and a son who's nearly 4, and I work as an ear, nose and throat surgeon. For a few years I've been doing quite a lot of mountaineering, both in the UK and abroad. And my triathlon journey is a little bit shorter and really only started about a year ago. It was actually my daughter that got me into triathlon inadvertently. She was attending a duathlon, and the following day they were running a triathlon. And I thought, this looks really interesting. She has great fun doing duathlon. Maybe I should look at doing triathlon. But pretty much immediately discounted it, as I hadn't swum for about 30 years, pretty much since school time. So that evening, liking a challenge, I thought, this is what I'm going to do over the next few months, and see if I can manage a triathlon. So actually the first event I did was a Go Try event. The distances were really short. I did breaststroke for the swim, but actually had a great time and really enjoyed it. And I think within a few days the whole family had signed up for the local triathlon club. And probably a couple of months later I did my first sprint triathlon, which I think was a bit I was really proud of. Managed to do front crawl and get around in a perfectly respectable time, but most importantly had a great time doing it. And I think that's the moment the bug really bit me. I then went to Dave at Do3 and did a one-to-one swim stroke analysis, because I was really keen on improving my swimming. It was the bit I was probably worst at. And following that, he recommended I join the squad, and I haven't really looked back. It's been great for motivation, some great inspirational characters there, and it's really good to get feedback constantly and be pushed by everyone else in your lane. And I really feel I've made great progress in doing that. I think in terms of which bits of triathlon I enjoy the most, it's really difficult to answer. I think probably at the moment it's the swim, because I think that's where I've made the greatest progress that I can see. But equally, having gone into triathlon, not a massive fan of running. I now really enjoy the running and also the cycling. So I suspect as I progress through my triathlon journey, my favourite bits of it will change. But I think the most favourite part of triathlon for me is that it's a really inclusive bunch of people. I've never felt like I was less good than anyone else. The people at events are really friendly and helpful, and members of the squad equally are great to swim with and train with. In terms of what I want to achieve, I was signed up to a half distance event this year, which unfortunately hasn't happened. But I guess that's my main goal for the coming year. But I'd really like to also do some more open water swimming and do some events in that as I get more confident with my swimming. And also look at some swim run events, because I really like the thought of perhaps a slightly different challenge in terms of some of the running and swimming. In terms of kit, I like kit, and I guess probably the one thing I wouldn't be without, or I'd feel really lost without, is my watch. I love data, and I love looking at the data afterwards and seeing what I've done, seeing where I can improve, using it to try and help me. So I think my sports watch would be the thing I would be completely lost without. In terms of tips for people coming into the sport, I think really enjoy it. Triathlon is such a varied sport. There are loads of distances, different levels of competition. I think there's really something for everyone, but I think the main thing is have fun while you're doing it. And a random fact about myself, I'm not sure I should admit this, but I once met Timmy Mallet.